Hey guys, welcome back to Sgcarmart Reviews. Julian here. We have the Lexus LBX here today, which is short for Lexus Breakthrough Crossover. Is this car truly a breakthrough? Well, let's find out, shall we? Are you looking for new tires for your car? Well, look no further than today's sponsor, Sgcarmart eShop. Sgcarmart eShop is the simplest and easiest way to buy your tires worry-free. Browse from our online catalog for your car's model or enter the size you're looking for. eShop makes tire shopping a breeze by providing you with all the options at great prices with a list of curated, reliable installers at your fingertips. With eShop, you'll never have to worry about hidden costs. Simply make payment online and head down to the selected tire installer with the purchase order and you're done. Well, changing tires can be that easy with eShop. Now back to the review.
The Lexus LBX is priced at $225,000. The 1.5-litre engine produces 90 brake horsepower and its electric motor produces 93 brake horsepower. The hybrid drivetrain outputs a combined 185 Nm of torque. The eCVT transmission brings the car from 0 to 100 km/h in 9.6 seconds. The LBX has a clean fuel consumption of 19.6 km per litre. For more details on the Lexus LBX or any other car, head on to sgcarmart.com to help you make the smart choice on your next car.
Now up front, you get this funky looking car, which is kind of the whole idea of this thing, right? So just give you a backstory, right? So Akio Toyoda, the previous Toyota chairman, actually wanted a car that's funky yet comfortable to drive on a daily basis. So he actually told the chief engineer that he wanted to come out something like the shoes that he's wearing, which was actually a Mason Margiela shoe, something that's comfortable yet cool looking, something that you can wear on a daily basis. So they decided to come up with the LBX. But here's the thing, although this now has completely changed, like it's not the sort of Lexus that you come to expect with this larger than life spindle grille. There's not really a grille, so to speak. You still have this. It's still instantly recognizable because you can see that slight spindle shape. So if you actually look at the Lexus LM and then you look at this, there's some similarity. So you can't mistake this for another car or another model, even if I covered this up. But my favorite part of the car has got to be this, because of this nice curvy tail lights that span the width of the rear. You get this Lexus here and of course LBX. Here's another fun fact, right? LBX is actually the second model that has 3 letters in Lexus lineup. The first is of course the LFA. Now open this up and you'll be faced with 400 litres worth of hauling capacity. It will not pass the anti-trolley test, but the luggage will definitely fit in. So 400 is actually not huge, but it's definitely sufficient for your weekly grocery shopping, your stuff, your barang-barang. It's all here. Wow, I just pulled something, man. Now at the back, it's relatively comfortable. I mean, you are filled with all these nice suede-like materials, soft touch, leather. Everything just feels great, and to add on to the funkiness, you get this nice design on the suede part as well, which is the center portion right here as well as here. But in terms of space, you still get leg room. This seat has already been adjusted, by the way, so you still get a little bit of leg room, headroom as well, despite its compact dimensions, but it's still a place best left for 2 instead of 3. You could squeeze like a pint-sized guy like me, like here. If you go, like you can just like this, but it's going to be a bit of a squeeze because you're really eating into the shoulder room here. So I think it's best left for 2, especially over long distances. But I do have one more complaint, and that is the fact that despite this car being a Lexus luxury car, you get no rear aircon vents. That's kind of weird. But you do, however, get USB-C ports here for your fast charge on your devices if necessary. Now at the helm, it is Lexus fanfare, especially if you compare it just to the Lexus NX, which was Sgcarmart's car of the year, by the way, in 2022. But I digress. First things first, you're going to be faced with this multifunctional, luxurious-looking steering wheel, and then you also have this 9.8-inch infotainment system that's really funky. I mean, it's very clear, it's very crisp. I mean, you can just go around doing your thing It's very easy to maneuver. It's very easy to just scroll around. It's very straightforward, so you don't really have to second guess whatever it's here. Beyond this is a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster. All the information that you need is all there as well, so I'm not going to go into detail. But this car is based on the Yaris Cross, the Toyota Yaris Cross, right? So you might actually wonder and think that, oh, you know what, since it's going to be based on the Yaris Cross, everything is just going to be plasticky and no, it's not. It's still very Lexus-like. You get, like I mentioned before, suede materials here, leather, you get soft touch dashboard. Everything here just feels premium. You come in here and you tell yourself, well, I paid good money for this. But it's not so bad at all, right? You still get wireless charging right here, cup holders here, auto hold function. But here's what I think is really strange. For a luxury car, you don't get ventilated seats. You actually get heated seats. I don't know whatever for, but there's no ventilated seats. That is my complaint. Secondly, you actually have an eco drive mode as well as an EV mode, this being a hybrid and all, but there's no sports mode. I find that quite strange. But that's just me. You can also slide this open for one more additional cup holder if you want. You can put a key for whatnot. You can just open this up, cubby hole to put your wallets and all. It's all here. The only important question, if you ask me, is can this compact car fill up that big shoe that Lexus has always been known for? It's one way to find out. So the Lexus LBX here has a 1.5-litre 3-cylinder power plant, pumps out 129 brake horsepower and 185 Newton meters of torque. So it gets from 0 to 100 in just 9.6 seconds. But it's not so much about how slow or quick this car really is. It's not so much about being fast or blistering quick. It's really about being cool, comfortable. It's about a lifestyle. It's a statement if you are driving this car. Statement that you're trying to make at least, right? And more importantly, it's because of these figures that allows this car to be Lexus' first ever Category A COE car. So that makes it a little bit more desirable, it makes it a little bit more attainable. Attainable not just for any other car, but a luxury car. So to put it into perspective, in this space, right, whether it's BMW X2 or the Mini Cooper or Audi Q2 or what have you, none of them are actually making hybrids, like a true blue hybrid, only Lexus. So this is the only car that you can get this size, this segment, that's actually a hybrid. Not a mild hybrid, mind you, but a true blue hybrid. So that sort of makes it a little bit more special, if you ask me. And because it's a hybrid, I'm actually attaining about 22 kilometers per litre, which is not far off from that 23 point something kilometers that Lexus actually mentioned on its spec sheet. So it's still very, very fuel saving. But more than just that, I like how the power is delivered. Like I mentioned before, it's not quick. I won't deny that. 9.6 seconds is slow, but it's the way power is delivered to the front wheels. It's the way, it doesn't give you that neck-breaking acceleration. It's not meant to be that way. It's meant to be cool. It's meant to just stroll around the road and be seen in a car like this that makes this car that much more desirable than the usual players in the market. Of course, I will not deny also, if you pedal to the metal, the sound, you can actually hear the droning from the CVT. It's not as quiet as you would expect a Lexus to be. So that's its flaw, I reckon. But other than that, where it lacks, it more than makes up for all of this here. I mean, this thing right here, it feels, looks, smells like a Lexus. It's not some cheap German sort of cabin. You come in here and you know, I paid good money for this. So yes, when I drove this car in Valencia, Spain, you can throw this car around with reckless abandon and it'll still hold its own very well. In Singapore, it feels exactly the same. Because of its compact dimensions, you can still manhandle this car. It doesn't feel quick. It doesn't feel like... This car can still deliver. You can still throw it around like a madman. It will still hold its own very well. It's ample grip, but the steering is nevertheless fake. So I wouldn't recommend that. Like I said, it's not a car for you to be racing off the line. It's really just to be seen. Like, you know, driving like this with your sunnies on and then people, you know, look at you. It's all about that. It's about making a statement. So big question for a small car. Is the Lexus LBX a will buy, won't buy or go try? For me, it's a go try. And I say that because hybrids are not for everyone, but it could well be for you. number one. Number two, this is Lexus' first ever CAT A COE car, which means it's more attainable, not just to enter any other segment, but a luxury segment. A luxury hybrid segment, no less. So if you're a tree hugger, if you're like myself, you're all into electrification, this car could actually be well for you. So yes, you should go try this car. So there you have it, guys. That is the review of the all-new Lexus LBX. Hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I've driven the car. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and comment in the comment box below and let us know what you think about the LBX. Also, you can follow us on TikTok. Our handle is at Sgcarmart. In the meantime, stay safe, be well. Ciao. Put it into perspective, right? Oh, right. I may not be the hippiest or the coolest kid in town, but I think I'm still young enough to be attaining a car like this, BX today. Wow, and the aeroplane decides to go past now. Sponsor Sgcarmart eShop. That sounded weird. Did I say that right?